So it's just yet another way to honor sharks, and that's wonderful. But for one sea life, but the thing about this slush that I want to be really clear about is it contains no shark.
That is important.
Not even a bit of shark.
Right.
No shark DNA is present.
We're all stardust, aren't we?
We're all star stuff, man.
Yeah, but you could say that this is a place where you wouldn't expect to find fish. One place you might expect to find fish is in a Subway tuna sandwich.
No.
For sure.
This is ongoing?
This is ongoing, folks. This story will not die. To catch you up, the New York Times did a test on Subway tuna and said there is no tuna at all, not even the trace amounts of tuna that you'd expect to find in any one of us. There's no tuna in it at all. This happened, and everyone kind of looked at each other like, so what do we do now?
What do you want me to do with this information, New York
What
Times?
do we do with this information?
And if I remember correctly, the head of Subway or someone said stood by their guns and said, "No, it's tuna," and they're like, "It's not."
Subway says it's 100. It's absolutely tuna, no question. This story is ongoing. This lawsuit started in January. The Subway CEO. Subway CEO said, and this is a direct quote, he absolutely eats Subway's tuna sandwiches.
Oh, he doesn't then.
No, he's never had any of them.
No. He absolutely, definitely eats Subway sandwiches. He says, it's one of my 2 favorite sandwiches.
Not.
What's the other one?
Just say it's your second favorite sandwich. He said it's definitely tuna. He said he absolutely eats them.
This is just, hey, listen, this
is
is just 101. If you're ever trying to get away with a crime and you're brought in for questioning, don't start off with, I definitely didn't kill him, and I'm absolutely not a murderer.
So they're saying it's tuna. How far they are willing to go? They've launched a website.
Yes.
Called, and the website is, let me get the URL for you.
Jizzdomain.com.
It's Jizzdomain, no, SubwayTunaFacts.com. So if you go to Subway Tuna Facts, you're going to see a huge banner, and it says, I'll just read it to you, even though I'm probably, this is probably propaganda, arguably. Subway tuna is real tuna. That's right. The truth is, Subway uses wild-caught skipjack tuna, regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. A favorite among sub lovers, our tuna is, and always has been, high-quality, premium, and 100% real. Now, we know there's been a lot of talk on this topic, including misinformation generated in the media, so we created this page to set forth the facts and help clarify any misunderstandings. Myth. The New York Times reported the Subway's premium fan favorite tuna wasn't actually tuna.
The New York Times said our kick-ass tuna isn't tuna.
And I would actually argue what you stated is a truth. That did happen. That's not a myth. Myth, the New York Times reported Subway's premium fan favorite tuna wasn't actually tuna. Truth, not true. What actually happened is that the New York Times commissioned a test that couldn't detect tuna DNA in their sample.
Okay.
But according to scientific experts, this is not unusual when testing cooked tuna, and it absolutely doesn't mean the sample that was tested contained 0 tuna. Do you understand?
Oh, wait, I'm getting kind of swayed.
USA Today did an independent fact check of the New York Times conclusion, which found it lacked important context about the limitations of DNA testing in denatured proteins, which you would expect in a cooked down tuna product.
I see. Okay. So by cooking the tuna, all that important tuna DNA,
they cook the DNA right out of it.
You reduce it to create that strong tuna flavor.
Now, they've got a chart here that shows the sort of the flow of it. And it says at the top of the chart, Subway tuna is real tuna.
Okay.
They're just really banging that drum extremely hard. One thing that would be, I feel like, used, the problem is is that we're getting into this like we've always been at war with Eurasia territory, where the New York Times, our most respected publication, says, this is not tuna. And then Subway says, I believe you're mistaken. This is tuna. In fact, it's all tuna, baby. Like there's no middle ground in this. One person just says, this is absolutely not tuna. And Subway says, oh, yeah, it's tuna. What they lack in this entire webpage is one picture of a man or woman catching a tuna and saying, this is going straight to Subway. I'm shipping this to Subway. You can watch. I need to, at this point, fucking GoPro a tuna throughout the processing until it's in someone's mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need that level.
Does anybody read this on the planet Earth? Does any sapient being on the planet Earth read this website and go, you know what I could fucking go for right now? You know what I would crush right about now?
I tell you, it's kind of convincing.
You're Travis.
Now listen. Am I saying I believe it was 100% tuna? No, of course not. Am I saying I believe it's 100% digestible? Yeah, sure.
And now listen, guys. Here's where the plot fucking gets really ribbled. Here's where the plot gets really thick. The day, and I'm looking at the timestamps here. This story from Grace Dean and Business Insider about Subway launching the tuna website is from July 14th. The day before, July 13th, in the QSR magazine, which is my sort of go-to for quick service restaurant. I would trust them over anybody.
More than the New York Times. They are the paper of record.
Yeah, they're the New York Times of burger boys. Subway launches unprecedented campaign to support menu updates.
Okay.
It's called the Eat Fresh Refresh, which features more than 20 changes to core items. It will be supported with multi-platform content from Steph Curry, Serena Williams, Tom Brady.
Wait, are they all making sandwiches?
It's an extraordinary group of athletes that reinforce the scope of these tremendous changes and embody the idea that to be fresh, you need to refresh.
Hey, I'm Tom Brady, and this is my sandwich. It's 2 pieces of bread, and then there's a Sealy Serta mattress between them, and I just eat it. I eat all of it.
Just so you guys don't think I'm making this up, I have one of these ads for you right here. It's 6 seconds long. Here we go.
There's so much new at Subway, it won't fit in one ad. So they're sandwiching the sandwich ads between other ads.
That's a real one.
Cool.
That's a real ad, a real 6-second ad that Subway's doing.
All right.
With Charles Barkley as the new voice of Subway.
Love that.
He's made it.
It says here it will lend his humor and familiar tone as the new voice of Subway.
I love that dude.
Yeah. I like his familiar tone.
So it's a huge, there's all kinds of big changes. Like they improved their turkey, ham, steak, and bacon.
Pretty low bar.
Well, and the rotisserie chicken. And they elevate, that's a lot of proteins.
That's all of it, guys.
Hey, well, no, Griffin, it's not all of it. Oh. Because is there one protein conspicuously absent from that list? Oh, the tuna? It's perfect!
Can't be improved.
It's perfect and real, and we can't evolve it because it's so real that it's 100% tuna. You know what? In fact, now that we think about it, it's great that you brought out how much we fucking love our tuna because we need to fix our chicken and bacon and everything else but tuna. So we'll live up to the standards that our 100% actual tuna is setting.
We asked Branson, we said, hey, while you're up there, keep your eyes out for space tuna because that's the only way it's getting better, my man.
Something has got to help top this. Our other meats are, if they had come, you know what, honestly, now that I think about it, folks, if they had come for any of our other meats, the bacon, that's Old Belts. 100% it's Old Belts. You got us. We've been doing plant-based chicken for 30 years, okay? It's all fake bullshit, but the tuna?
Perfect.
It's perfect and real, and it's real tuna.
What's a shame is that Branso could have found space tuna and come back and been like, good news, Subway, space tuna. It tastes 100% better and fresher. So go ahead and toss that on the menu. And then Dr. Subway was like, we can't. Because everybody will think it's a New York Times switcheroo swapperoonie. Damn it. Fuck, why did the New York Times have to write that article so we can't put kick-ass space tuna in our sandwiches? The optics, Branso, are so bad.
You blew it again.
You blew it.
Oh my God, this is a quote from the CEO of Subway. We've been working on this refresh for 15 to 16 months. And if you noticed, the one thing we did not touch was our tuna. People love our tuna. We're very proud of our tuna. So I think that's really the end of the story. Guys, that's his quote.
They're like quintupling down.
And that comes, by the way, at the end of the story. Business Insider
I love it.
is the CEO like, oh, so the last thing I wanted to say is that the tuna is real and we're all agreed on that. And you could just put a period right there and that's the end of it. And I feel like the one thing we can all agree on is that our bacon has always been bad and hopefully now it's better and that our tuna is real. And that's it. That's the whole
I
bit.
love you. Bye.
Oh, we're sorry about Jared, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sure we should have said it. Still sorry about Jared.
Still
sure.
fucked up on that one. But the tuna, perfect.
Tuna? Oh, baby.
And I would say at this point, with absolute certainty, that the New York Times' two biggest whoopsies was, in this order, number 2, their full-throated endorsement of the war in Iraq. And then number 1, when they fucking lied about Subway's tuna for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Thanks you so much for listening to our podcast.